Welcome and thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a timeless and collective reading. Whenever this reading finds you, it's the right time. Just keep in mind it's a general reading and see what signs, symbols, messages, energies resonate for you in your particular situation, and hopefully bring some clarity to whatever you're wondering. It could broaden your perspective or narrow your focus or show you something with fresh eyes. But in the end, always trust yourself. That divine inner guidance, it's in you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition, so your decisions are sound, based in love, and for the highest and greatest good of everyone, so we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. We're going to start with the top, get the foundational energy. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, is consciousness, our higher selves, angels and energies of love, have for the highest, greatest good of all. Clarity for the collective. Energy going on right now. Insight and wisdom to move with this energy best. Thank you. Oh, we're starting really, I looked at that too. We're starting really powerful with this Emperor energy. It could be an Aries energy. This is somebody really stepping into the masculine energy, the divine masculine, personal power. It looks like this Emperor is figuring out how to take a rest, ground his or herself to, with this 4 in the shape of the legs, really ground something for manifestation. This is somebody who can handle a lot. It's usually someone who is in a powerful position, or you just know that this person's energy, this person's aura, this person's vibration is just powerful. But it's not the pushy power upside down. Upside down, the Emperor is a tyrant. Upside down, this Emperor is his way or the highway. He's closed-minded. He only sees things one specific direction. He overpowers people or situations to the point where the only ones that are working with him or her are usually out of fear or necessity, not love or authenticity. But upright, this is such a beautiful energy. It could be somebody who finally figured out how to ground something so it can really manifest. Also with the lamb here, how to do something peacefully. I feel like the good Emperor is the one that's relatable, real, even a little vulnerable, because sometimes vulnerability is strength. It's not always having that big old block on. It's when somebody is relatable. It's the Emperor that gets off the throne, leaves the kingdom, and goes amongst everybody there, even if it's just one person, to see how they feel, what their ideas are, how things are flowing. The Emperor's smart enough to know when any kind of advice is not worth listening to. He still overall has the last word, but he is open-minded enough to take in new information that would make his kingdom better, because he doesn't know it at all. He can handle a lot, but he knows how to delegate duties so that everybody feels like they're flourishing in this kingdom and not just him on his high fancy ass throne, sitting by his or herself up there in that fancy room. But he does have a shield. So this Emperor knows when to be defensive, knows how to, go out into battle if he or she has to. It's not always just watching everything from the kingdom window, but he knows when to put that shield down. He knows which battles are worth fighting for and which are not. It looks like he has even this big idea that's almost ready to, I feel like there's like a time ticker on it. Like the, like the thread of fire is ready to hit this idea and take off. The Emperor. I do feel like it's a divine masculine energy. It's all of the masculine energies, all of the kings combined. You know, it's the father, the grandfather, the boss, the neighbor, the lover, the friend. I say father, also father. It's somebody who knows how to take care of his kingdom, provide, be the pursuer, but also someone who, in the masculine energy, has a balance within him or her. It can't always be all masculine, or it's completely out of balance. This Emperor, even in the divine masculine, has to understand when to sit back and also allow something to come in. But the energy or the advice right now with this 4 is to step into your personal power and embody that masculine side with this bright idea or this communication, this conversation, these words. Whatever conversation this is or ideas this Emperor has or are coming on in, it's not just a crown. Look at how that crown of glory is almost beaming like a spotlight, almost like a star up into the universe. It's taking that idea from the ether, from spirit, and grounding it past these clouds to bring something back down to earth to make it real. Here it's having a great idea, never making the plans. Having all these thoughts on what you want to say to something or someone and never opening up that conversation, or having only one idea on how that conversation is going to go and being so close-minded that you don't hear the other side. But this light bulb spiritual idea moment could be what brings clarity. It could be a conversation that brings clarity. If there were a lot of holes in a situation, it looks like the clouds are literally clearing in the heavens. The sun is coming out. And something that was unclear in the past is going to be uber clear now. And you have the drive, ambition, and power, grace. I hear dignity to do what you have to do to make this idea real. Not just keep it on up there in the clouds. So, Ace of Swords and the Emperor. All right, well, let's see. I wasn't sure what kind of theme this would be today. So I wasn't quite sure. I was feeling love and career. I was kind of feeling it was an all over energy coming through. So let's start with the life and career and get a little more insight on the Emperor energy. That's either you or that's someone coming in or someone you're thinking about. If it's upright, the Emperor can be very helpful. The Emperor is not afraid of anything being stripped away. He has enough. He's in that energy of abundance, not lack. So he wants to see everyone else in that energy of abundance. Unless he's upside down, then he's always afraid as soon as he gets off of that throne, someone's gonna squeeze on it. And that's just lack of confidence, which he usually doesn't have. But the Emperor upside down can be very materialistic, very superficial, very 3D, very much about having the biggest kingdom and not connecting to the kingdom of God, the source, the universe, and spirit. What else would be helpful for the collective right now? Freedom. Maybe something has to be light as a feather. There's a lot of red energy. Even this kind of looks the same as that feather. So maybe it's about not just conversation. Maybe it's about words that are written down. Maybe this Emperor is even in a situation where there are so many attachments or things going on. The Emperor has to recognize when to take a vacation. when to take a break, when to delegate duties to people and give them the chance to run that kingdom without him always having to be there, always having to be the one in charge. It's picking the right people, the right energies that are there for the right reasons that maybe aren't that good in the beginning, but they will grow. Because this emperor is ultimate inspiration to others. You need more flexibility with your schedule and your income. And wow, okay, hey, so maybe some of you guys are leaving a position where there's a big old kingdom around you in a work environment where there's a lot of other people, or maybe just a few, and maybe you have a really good idea on something where you can have your own business where you will be the emperor. Whether that's something you do all alone by yourself and others come in to help you along the way, or you start something up and you choose the right people in your kingdom that are going to be your team to work with. Being self-employed for a lot of you is ideal. And if you just take time off, whether you are still employed and you need a little bit of maybe just a vacation or maybe a couple days off, or you actually just shut the door in one area, give yourself some space to work on this idea, to get something rolling, something will start rolling in the right timing. But taking time off, however it is for you, is going to help you have this clarity, this idea, put these plans down, who to talk to, who to get more information from, who to ask for their expertise and advice, who has ideas about subjects you don't know about that would be helpful to you. It doesn't mean you can't learn it all, but nobody knows everything. And there are helpful energies and places and resources around you can find easy here. Clarity for the collective. Let's get one more. What would be helpful? Please and thank you on this freedom. It's really, I just got the weirdest image. I got the weirdest image I have ever had with the Emperor before. I was looking at this and I just pictured super glue on this Emperor's ass. Like on his, like somebody super glued, whether that was him or someone else. And it's almost like he feels stuck to that throne. And I actually just see, I said something before about being vulnerable. So when I think of all these clothes or armor on or everything, it's expression or it has, energetic meaning. I actually see this Emperor just like, I think I'm stuck to this throne. I need a little break. I need to go check out another kingdom or see what's going on in another castle, see how it works over there, or just go outside and take a little vacay. And hey, I can't get off of this, so I'm just going to take off my clothes. I just see him like taking off that fancy robe and be like, get another one. And having that comfortability with his or her true authentic self, because that's what the birthday suit energy means, at least to me. Complete comfortability and vulnerability and truth. Clarity on freedom. Please and thank you. Was it really? Yeah. I mean, well, we knew this. At the bottom, you actually, I looked at that. You have moving up. So you're manifesting. You are having new dreams or old dreams or dreams that you've had on the back burner coming true. Also, the peacock for me represents Archangel Gabriel, the word of God. Words, thoughts, how powerful the vibration of words are. So I do feel like it does start with your words. You have the power. I mean, yeah, you do. You got the Emperor coming through. You have the power to manifest what you want by writing it down, and write down your intentions and take inspired action, masculine energy, action to make it happen. You have the right energy, the right idea, the right strength coming through. It's the right everything right now to have this manifestation happen. But it's not running on empty. It's doing it with balance, because that's what this new chapter is about. Not an imbalanced kingdom. It's about the beautiful rise of something in a balanced and beautiful energy. Maybe you connect to Paris. You are moving up. You're elevating spiritually. You are rising to the occasion. You are increasing your power. I feel like you're also, if not now, going to be that kind of emperor energy, and gender does not matter, where people will be inspired by you, but also want to work with you. Like, want to be there to see what you're doing, how you're doing that. Recognizing that there's a truth and an authenticity with what you're pursuing, because it's probably out of true love, following your joy, putting the right energy in, and connecting to your spirit, your soul. You may be gifted a promotion or a move to a better home or office. So maybe some of you are getting a different job. Maybe it is not for all of you, something you do that is self-employed, but maybe it is a position in a place where you feel like you have more freedom than in that last place that you were, or the place you are now. You climb that ladder of success. That's the energy you need to put into it. It's not just gonna always come to you and then you don't do anything to have it, rise. Even if you happen to hit an elevator and it's not a big old ladder, I feel like you either have to ask someone to hit the button, choose which floor you're gonna go on. There's still some energy being put into where you're going and how you're rising and elevating up. I think there was a song by OutKast called Elevators. I think I'm right. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I will find it and put it in the playlist for you. I love that band. All right, well, we have this move it up, so let's pull a raise your vibration. What's a raise your vibration message to be helpful for the collective? And some of you might have to, if you're moving, I don't think it has anything to do with the size of your kingdom. It has everything to do with this energy of freedom and balance. I do see for some of you maybe moving to a city and to a different floor, but I feel like some of you are getting something bigger, and I feel like some of you are downgrading to something smaller and simplifying something, so that brings more freedom. I think everybody's situation is really different, but I feel like you feel better in the next place. Like, absolutely. Clarity on, yeah, like even with a job, I'm getting that. Some of you are getting into a position where it's really powerful. It might take some adjustment in the beginning, but I feel like you are going to be received and have the right help, so it still eases up your energy and, gives you more freedom. But I feel like for some of you, if you are very stressed out in a big and powerful job, and maybe you're offered something that maybe doesn't feel like it's on the right level, but it's what you love to do, or around people that you enjoy being around, or creates more freedom to travel or spend with your family, or go on adventures, or do personal projects on the side that you are into, that freedom is going to be more valuable and wealthy in your life than putting the money in the bank or having the powerful position. It's going to put you in the position of power. Clarity for the collective from the raise your vibration, please and thank you. Yeah, there you go. That's what I was just saying. The energy of abundance is a state of mind. It's believing you are wealthy with exactly what you have. Some people have it all from from the perspective of everyone else or even their own, but they don't have freedom, or they don't have, the right loving people around them. They have a big empty house, or they have a big house full of people that they're not even enjoying being around. Whatever that is, that can be a kingdom, a place of work, whatever. It could be a partnership. It's when you have the energy of abundance, not lack mentality, that you are abundant exactly where you are, no matter where you are in that process of manifestation, no matter how big your kingdom is right now. So it all starts with some of you or someone else changing their mindset, tapping into the energy of spirit, and then grounding it on earth. Oh, they're flying all over. Also, there's a lot of, I want to say, like rubies or garnets. Maybe even connecting to that solar plexus or even root chakra. Okay, I feel like we should pull maybe at least one card on love, because it should be a balance. It shouldn't all be about the job, even though sometimes that's the energy that comes through in readings, and sometimes it's all love, but I am feeling like something should be balanced. I feel like, I don't feel like this emperor is alone in that kingdom, or going to be alone in that kingdom very long. I feel like there is somebody that emperor has good conversations with, and that can be a business partner, a friend, a family member, or a lover. I am sort of feeling like Empress energy. So let's go. Well, I grabbed this, so this is the one. The Divine Truth. Let's get Divine Truth message. I'm going to put these cards all weird ways. Okay. I'm going to split this deck in half. And let's see what comes through to help you guys out. Clarity on manifesting, freedom, the Emperor, abundance as a state of mind. There is a Merril Bainbridge song called State of Mind. And there's a song, I don't know why, maybe because of the sort of the tone of her voice. Reminds me a little bit of Natalie Imbruglia, but there's a song I haven't heard in so long. Something about smoke being in the room and she goes under the smoke, or smoke. I think it might be called Smoke. It's not like her normal song on that album. It's another one. And if it's not that song, I'll find the right one. And I will put it in. Maybe there's something in those lyrics that would be helpful. Maybe something with smoke and mirrors before, or unclear and in the clouds. Maybe it's about finding that freedom and that breath of fresh air. Clarity for the collective. What would be helpful, please, and thank you. Priority. Well, this king would know how to make the right thing a priority. Maybe this king or this emperor is, looking to prioritize maybe some love and not just all work. Having a little bit of freedom to manifest other kind of amazing things like experiences. This is somebody who before may have taken you for granted, but wants to see you up on that platform with them. Wants to walk hand in hand in the same direction. Get your thoughts in order, or have your thoughts come together to maybe make new dreams, help each other with each of your dreams, but you are no longer an option. I am making you a priority, and actions, and this is definitely somebody who would take actions, would match words. Maybe even I'm getting like somebody may have promised something in a text or in a conversation and not followed through. Typically, that Emperor is not one to not follow through, because that would really bother him or her inside for a while. Like, even if it's somebody in a powerful position and they forgot somebody's birthday, they would at least have their secretary send that person a big old birthday present. There would still be some action behind it, even if, you know, it wasn't direct. But I am getting that somebody is taking direct action. They don't just want somebody else to choose a gift or send something. There is a wish granted here and a gift, by the way. They want to do it themselves. They want to show up at the doorstep. They want to make the phone call. They want to dial the numbers too. Is his actions matching words? Here you have all these words. We had to get past the start, get past the plans, turn the page. It looks like some of you have a wish granted, or you're the one taking this action to make somebody else's wish come true, but I feel like it's yours too. This lotus is blossoming here. You are my purpose fulfilled. You are my sun. That reminds me of like Danny Tarragon, like what she would call, I can't think of the name. It's like on the tip of my tongue from Game of Thrones. You are my sun, moon, and stars. I also just thought of Savage Garden. I knew I loved you before I met you. Sun, moon, stars. You are my everything. I mean, what good is a big kingdom if you don't have experiences? Because those are the moments you remember. The people around you that you love. The important people in your life are the snapshots you look back at when you're proud of the wealth and abundance that was in your life, in your world. Clarity from the other half on priority, which is granted for the collective, please and thank you. Ooh, somebody's going through a detox, a spiritual detox. And it does look like maybe some of you had an emperor that was stuck in their head, stuck in ego before. You had this energy of arrogance. That would be the upside down emperor for sure. Somebody who is just worried about the stuff, worried about what everyone else thought, worried about, you know, what they believed their true dreams were, and then could never quite find why they were never satisfied, why they were never really happy, why their soul is always calling them to go a different way. It's somebody who allowed pride, ego, to get in the way of your connection. You know, they gave power over almost everywhere else than stepping into their true power of tapping into their soul. Spirit, source, because that's a different kind of manifesting. That's miracles now. I thought I was the catch. So for some of you, you have an emperor that went about doing their business, building their kingdom, getting in their own way, letting you go, not making you a priority, not following through with their words. And maybe some of you stepped away. I feel like you're the one who stepped into this position though. Whatever gender you are, I feel like whatever happened made you your own emperor, even your own empress. Because if you released energy and believe in yourself and your personal power, you only want the right energy that's, you know, that knows how valuable you are, how special you are to be in your life anyway. And if there was somebody who was more worried about the stuff or choosing the wrong road or being stuck in their pride or their ego or in the 3D and not involving the spirit that you felt, they're not energetically matched with you anyway. They still need to go through that spiritual detox. And it looks like that's what happened. You showed a spiritual light on someone, almost like washed them clean. They're not just in that shower, they're diving in. Maybe they were just sticking a little toe in before. Now they're ready to take a leap of faith head first. It's releasing negative thoughts. Where's that vibrational card? Abundance is a state of mind. Somebody was always thinking negative. The lack. Why not? How could that happen? It's their fault over there. Why is that door shut? They're never going to really ever feel like they're moving up or in abundance exactly where they are. And it's somebody who has had a major spiritual awakening. They've released people that are no longer beneficial to their spiritual growth. They're cutting strings. This could also be your energy. It is possible. You've had a very wise, powerful person around you who maybe always saw your potential and your value, and the gift they gave you was maybe just this beautiful conversation or change in ideas or mindset for you to make some big changes so your vibration is in the right place to also manifest this beautiful, amazing energy in your life. It's the energy of spiritual awakening. Somebody's waking up and they're seeing everything with a different light. This is where somebody feels cleansed of any energies that were pulling or holding them or super gluing them to the throne. And it's feeling reborn. The energy of rebirth. Like you're not even the same person. Like you look back at that arrogance or that ego before and you're like, who the heck was that? It wasn't even really me. Or that wasn't even really them. So let's do, I feel like we should clarify, yeah, let's do this one. With one more tarot card, just to give a little extra either message or a deeper bridge, a taller bridge between the Ace of Swords and the Emperor. What is one more message? And this is the Golden Journey Pocket Tarot. One more message, please, and thank you. The Four of Swords. So you are going right back to that energy of freedom. So it looks like that is the most important message. That is what needs to happen. It's the energy of sometimes compromise, truce, peace. That dove or that lamb, even that lamb has a flag. I think Dido has that white flag song. Maybe it's about surrender. Choosing your battles. Agreeing to disagree. Or surrendering any kind of energies and releasing any energies away that were making you feel like you always had to go to bed with the armor on. That must be so uncomfortable. This is where you get to sleep peacefully. Where you're at peace in your soul because you're on the right path. Even if it was a weird day that's not a working. This is feeling peace in you. Choosing people who bring peace in your life. It could also be a decision that you need to sleep on. Upside down. It's like never coming to an agreement, not having an open mind, not seeing the other person's perspective, and always feeling like you have to put up that shield and be defensive and go to bed with your armor on. Here, you look so comfortable. You got this little, like, I don't even know what it is, like a little pod. And even though there's this rambling, dark, weird forest over here, you're still at peace with where you are. You feel like you're even choosing, instead of going where it was dark and different here, you're sleeping on something, finding that peace first, waking up in the day and seeing that situation in a totally different perspective. At the bottom, you got a big one, you got the tower. Total transformation, total epiphany, a totally different energy on who you are or who someone else is, or someone else is coming back almost like they are a whole different person, or that person that you saw inside of them all along. or that person that only you got glimpses of, but they didn't show to anyone else. This is something that is leaving, something that you let go of and push that tower over, or something divinely orchestrated because it's not meant to be in your life, because you got some good things coming through here. You got some amazing ideas sent by God that you are meant to act upon and bring abundance in your life. This could be releasing that lack mindset, releasing old thoughts, patterns, things, people that just don't belong in this beautiful new chapter. Or that could be somebody else either being forced to do that by circumstances and then having to choose to rebuild where it wasn't working and with the wrong tools and in the wrong environment, or to do it different this time so the kingdom is flourishing. And ultimately, that's what this person wants. They don't want to have all this work put into something and always feel lack. So sometimes something has to happen to bring you down, so you recognize how to rebuild, how to have this energy of transformation, how to have it be different in the next chapter, because this takes you to the star. Your wish come true, your wish granted, hope restored, faith. Upside down, it's something going away that's not repairable and sitting there and looking at the rubble. Or taking those seeds that you planted and you know didn't work. You used the wrong screws to build the wrong ladder, and you try it again the same way, thinking that this time the ladder will go up, when you're putting the wrong pieces together. It looks like somebody doesn't want to do it that way, though they want to do it right. Sometimes it takes a big breakthrough to see how to do it the right way. So let's just do one more. That was a lot of energy today. I hope these messages were helpful to you guys. This is the one I'm grabbing. So let's do the one that is the mindful messages. I like that this is sort of just an extra message. Gives you a little something to think about. Sometimes it feels even like homework. One more, please and thank you. It's not personal. I mean, if that's the Emperor, well, he wouldn't really take anything personal. Maybe it's a situation where somebody is leaving you, or you have to explain that you're leaving something and it's not personal. It's your personal power you're stepping into. People's reactions, and that's somebody who's real, that's this, by the way. If somebody's really in that ego, they are overly concerned about what everyone else thinks. You know what? It's never any of your business what anyone thinks. Let them think whatever they want. Because the right people in the right mindset and the right vibration are going to be the ones who are going to have that beautiful reflection. And if that reflection is a weird ass one, it's because it's reflecting what they're seeing in the world, their perception upon themselves, the things in them that they aren't addressing or learning from and keep repeating in patterns that they recognize in others. People's reactions or opinions in me are really not about me at all. People tend to project their own insecurities and fears into one another. So when someone speaks unkindly to me, I'll just remember they have something going on and it has nothing to do with me. To have that higher perspective of everyone, you never know if somebody else has a big ass tower moment going on in their life. And you're just there getting the bulk of their feels or their, mindset of whatever they're like going through. But if you're, going around with a happy face and someone has something they're throwing mud at you, just try to remember, everyone is in a different place, having a different kind of day and different emotions and different situations. And just try to see that divine soul in there, trying to have a human experience. And we're all just doing our best. And with this, I bid you adieu. I love you so much. Mwah. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a beautiful day, night, evening. I hope this reading was helpful, and I will see you very soon. Bye.